Hello and welcome to my channel. Central Texas and White Sands were a success. Now I'm heading west. Welcome back and thanks for being here. My name is Scott. I went to Central Texas after having run the Tail of the Dragon. I think I already talked about Tail of the Dragon. And I had a nice visit. I stayed 2 nights this time, and so that gave me more time to get a couple of photographs that I wanted to get last time. There is a very interesting castle out there called the Falkenstein Castle. Because of the size of the property and where it's situated, I can't get pictures of the castle and the car right next to each other, but there is this one overlook that I can get the car on and get the castle in the background. So I was able to, what I wanted to do was get a nice sunrise photo, and the goal was not to get the sun in the photo, but the idea was that the sun would come up over the trees or over the mountain, it's not really a mountain, it's a hill, and illuminate the castle in the background while my car was still in the shade. And I think that would have been a really cool effect, but there was no sunrise to be had. It was all very overcast and it just didn't work out for me. Still, I think the photos came out pretty well. I also wanted to get a sunset photo on this scenic overlook. It's a picnic area. When I went up there on, I think it was Saturday night, there was a couple of families up there picnicking, and I wasn't going to disturb them. And then I went up the following day when I did the Falkenstein photo, just to take a look and refresh myself on how that image might be shot. And I forgot how tight it is up there. There's not a lot of room to get a good composition because the picnic tables and everything are also close to the drive-through, and there's a lot of trash up there. I don't know if it's people disrespecting the property or if the county is not emptying the trash cans before the wind or animals can get the trash out and on the ground. And good ethics would have compelled me to pick up trash, but I did not come prepared for that, and so I just kind of left in disgust. I took this picture here with the overcast skies to show you the scenic overlook, and I was able to capture the scene without any trash in it. But if I had zoomed out just a little bit more, you would have seen the legs from the picnic awnings and the tables and then the trash. And I don't know, that stuff really frustrates me. I suppose I should have a better attitude, pick up the trash and beautify the area, but again, I wasn't prepared for it, and so I just wasn't equipped to do it, and it just irritates me so much. So I just took the picture and left in disgust. Decided that it was not worth a return trip back that evening for a sunset photo, and that would be with the risk being, is there even going to be a sunset? Because who knows, with the overcast skies, it had been raining a little bit there lately. I was up at 10 to 5 on my own, checked some mail, looked at some things. I was on the road by 5:45. Drove in the darkness for a little while. The sun didn't come up until around 7:30, and I always appreciate that. I do not drive well in the dark. I got to White Sands, or Alamogordo, way earlier than last time. And by the way, on the way there, I also saw the same pump jack that I had photographed before. The last time we passed through there, I took that photograph at sunset, but I got there during the day this time. I want to say it was around 1 o'clock. It was way earlier, and so that was kind of cool to be so far ahead of schedule. And that gave me time to get checked into the hotel before going out to the White Sands Monument. I also visited Holloman Air Force Base. I was hoping to get a haircut, but no joy. I just missed them. It wasn't a total waste. I visited, they've got this little air power park, if you will, and so I went there and I shot a few photographs. There was an F4 Phantom there. My Dad worked on those when he was in the Marine Corps back in Vietnam. And then I shot a Nighthawk. You don't very often get to come up very close to those. There was a model of a Raptor. I don't think I shot it, and I just kind of didn't care about it. And of course, I have to shoot the car and the trailer with aircraft in the background or foreground, and so I shot the requisite car and trailer photos. And then I realized the plane that's closest to my car is a German aircraft. I don't know if the German Air Force is still called the Luftwaffe. I think it is. And they've been training out there for over 20 years, 25, 30 years. In Germany, they've got height restrictions. They can't fly beneath a certain flight level. So here in the U.S., there are areas where, namely out here in the desert, where they can train high-speed tactical flying at low altitude. And so the Germans have been training out here. This particular plane, I'll show it here in the photo, and I forget what it's called. I'll flash the information about it up here in the corner. It's been flying out here since 1996, but they still train out here. And so, I thought it'd be cool to shoot a photograph with a German car and a German plane, neither of which are in Germany. So, that's kind of cool. White Sands, I went out afterwards for sunset photos. The sunset photo isn't quite as good as some of the ones I've shot in the past. I think the last time I was there was in 2015, was when I was able to shoot a sunset photo. But it was summertime, and so the sun was off in a different direction and was lower to the horizon. It was just a better photo, where last night the sun was setting over the mountain, and so not only did I not have as much time, but the sun is higher up in the photo, and I don't know that it came out as good, but I was able to capture some good colors. I captured photos of the trailer and the car together, and then I uncoupled and was able to separate the car and shoot separate photos. And I didn't get to do that last time, or at least I didn't think to. Let's turn that off. 762. Anyway, that was the FRS band, or GMRS. I think I already mentioned that in a previous video, what I'm monitoring here. It was cool to shoot the separate photos, and then I went ahead and shot some photos of the trailer all orphaned off by itself in the off camera. The park closes at 8 o'clock, or cars have to be out by 8, and so I had plenty of time to shoot my sunset photos, a few photos after the sun had gone behind the horizon, the nice glowy orange stuff in the sky, and a few low light photos. I had a pretty good time, speaking strictly from a photographer's point of view. A lot of people like to come out there. They bring sleds, not toboggans, the round discs. I don't know what to call those, but they're sledding discs, and they actually slide down the dunes because they can get kind of tall. And so I've got some of these high elevation photos that were shot from the top of the dunes. It's a cool place to visit if you get a chance. I got to bed at a decent hour, and then I woke up this morning and checked my mail, looked at my YouTube comments, and packed up and got on the road. I also took some nighttime photos of I don't want to call it a stealth park job, but I like to minimize my parking footprint when I park my trailers. Unfortunately, this cargo trailer is a lot more difficult to stunt park than the utility trailer, the baby trailer. The baby trailer's tongue is a single, I think it's a 3x2 tube, where this trailer has an A-frame, and so I can only jackknife the car so far. Actually, I can't really jackknife it at all. It'll damage the bumper. So I try to, as much as I can, use a single parking spot and then back over the parking curbs if I can. I won't do it in grass and damaged grass, but last night there wasn't any grass in the way, and I was able to park right under my hotel room window. I have practiced getting the car into 2 parking spots using a diagonal parking method, but it's actually really difficult to do that. most of the time it doesn't quite work. And so I just try to park along a long curb or in a long parking spot. It's just easier. And again, if people think I'm being kind of a jerk for parking like that, I really am trying to do it to be courteous to other drivers or hotel guests. Because if I'm just in one parking spot, even if I put the trailer in the grass, I'm not hurting you. I'm giving you a place to park by not taking up 2 or 3 spots. And even 2 spots is really tough without being able to jackknife the trailer. It usually winds up being 2.5, which might as well be 3. So I do this as a courtesy. So this morning I got on the road, and now I'm on my way to Flagstaff, Arizona. And I've already passed through Socorro. This is the same route that I took last time, which takes me right past the VLA, the very large array. Now this time when I visit the VLA, I'm taking new pictures, different trailer, right? So it's different trailer, different scene, but I'm also going to try, we were a little rushed last time because if you recall, my wife and I usually got off to late starts whenever we would leave in the morning because of all the packing we had to do. Gosh, it's been so nice just to grab my stuff, get in the car and go. The trailer just stays buttoned up and I don't have to mess with it. Ooh, climbing the hill. I've been doing pretty well in 5th gear with the trailer, but right now I had to slow down to 55 and then I put it in 4th. I'm climbing a mountain. It's doing fine. The car's doing very well right now. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is park the car in such a manner that I'll do car plus trailer photos, and then I will uncouple the trailer and do car only shots. And of course this all assumes that they have not moved any of the arrays, because the array they adjusted depending on what they want to look at will change where they put the array. So I'm hoping that the array is still where it was last time. If it's not, I'll have to scout around and see what I can find as far as a photo opportunity. Again, I'm driving to Flagstaff tonight. I don't expect to see or do anything really exciting there, but I might surprise myself. I think last time it was dark by the time we got there, so today maybe I'll see something that interests me, stop and check it out. Tomorrow I think I'll be able to see Seligman in the daytime. I'm going to visit, I'm going by the Winslow Crater today too, so I forgot about that. So I guess I'll share a picture of the Winslow Crater in this video right now. I don't expect it to be that fascinating, but I'll share it because, I mean, what can I really see of the crater from its level? But I'll share a satellite image so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, thanks for being here and join me. I hope I can share something interesting. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.